down this list of the male reproductive organ parts that you'll have to identify tomorrow. So number 1.
So this is the male.
This is the male. So it has this big old scrotum, so this thing is the male. You're about to see it all. Don't worry.
Hold on, let me get my glasses.
Are y'all good? Okay, so the first one is testes. So your testy is actually, so what I did, I cut the scrotum open. So this is the rat scrotum. If you cut it open, I pulled the testy out. It's this little like bean thing with the lines on it. So this is your testes, pretty prominent thing to look at. And then your testes is gonna make and secrete the sperm, and then it's gonna go into the epididymis. So you have, this is the tail of the epididymis, and the little head of the epididymis looks like a little cap on it, cap and tail. So that's your epididymis.
Nice.
And then let's see, what did I write here? Epididymis. So the immature, so your testes is gonna secrete immature sperm, where it's gonna get stuck, or it's gonna stop in your epididymis, where it's gonna get nutritions and things to become mature before it's gonna go out and do whatever. So the next step from your epididymis is your vas deferens. So you'll see this little tube right here. It's really thin. So you have epididymis leads into your vas deferens. So that's the little tube that the mature sperm are in travel down. So when you get a vasectomy, that's what's cut. So then you can't get people pregnant if that tube is cut, because the sperm will never reach the outside.
It'll never reach the outside.
You're fine. And then next is your seminal vesicles. I don't know if you can see them. So do y'all see these little, like, these little guys right here? They kind of look like, I don't know what they look like cottage cheese or something.
Everything looks like cottage cheese.
Yeah, you're right.
What kind of cheese do you eat? Just kidding.
So right here, there's 2 of them.
Oh, okay.
Those right there are your seminal vesicles. And seminal vesicles, I just wrote little notes that it helps form like ejaculatory ducts, so it's going to liquefy it more and make it into semen, essentially, right here. Do it?
Do we need to know the function or just the anatomy?
No, I'm just feel like it would be a waste to just show you things without telling you about it. But I'm not going to ask functions.
Okay.
Yeah, it's too much of crunch time. So seminal vesicles. And then from there, so your bulbourethral gland, you can't really see in here, so I'll show that on an actual picture. But it's, sorry, it's not on, it's on this one.
This one?
Yeah, actually, I thought I had a better picture on it.
Is this a picture of a guy and a girl?
It's right back there. So it's right behind
that's
your
the
seminal
guy.
vesicle and your anus, kind of. Do you see it? It's that
The
teeny tiny one.
bulbo.
Yeah, so your bulbourethra, I'd have to print that picture out if I asked about it.
Is it the bulbo?
Yeah, on the rat, I mean, it's in here. It's just really tiny, so I like to ask it on that picture.
Okay.
That one, again, just helps, like, get some fluid together, for it to go out. And then we already know urethra and penis, because urethra is the tube and penis. So, I'm not going to show those on the rat. And then was there anything else to show? Oh, the prostate gland. So you have to find the bladder. So the bladder is right here. Everyone thinks it's the penis, but that's actually the bladder. And the 2 things on the side of it are the prostate glands.
The white things?
They're like bulbing off of, yeah.
The prostate glands are, okay, so it's, sorry.
No, you're fine.
It's you said the uterus? Wait, not uterus, obviously.
The thing that.
Yeah. the urinary bladder. Is
Mhm.
the bladder?
Yeah, so the bladder's right here, and then the prostate glands are just by the bladder. They don't actually do anything. Because my little notes, the prostate glands are going to secrete and nourish and protect the sperm. So it's like a final little nourishment and outer covering on the sperm before they travel through the urethra to be delivered to an egg, hopefully, or not. I'm going to stop.
Whatever you want, man.
Whatever you want in your life. That's the science behind it. So just a quick recap. This is your testes. This is your epididymis, the tail and the head. And then this is your vas deferens. This is a skinny little tube. Vas deferens leads to the seminal vesicles, which are these 2 little guys in here. And then seminal vesicles, you have your bulbourethral gland right there. Can't show you on here. And then you have your prostate gland next to your bladder. So right here's your prostate. I'm only like 90% sure about that, so prostate is probably something either I'm going to confirm with Prabhakaran or not ask at all.
So what's the
Because
beam
if
looking
I'm
thing
asking.
again?
This right here is your testes.
Testes.
and it's
and
housed
then-
inside the scrotum.
Okay.
Cool.
Mhm.
Wait, were you saying that you need to double check?
I need to double check that that is the prostate gland. I'm like 90% sure, but I hate to teach y'all the wrong thing. So I'm gonna ask him after. And then, so I do the male first because it's way harder than the female. The female is really easy. I mean, obviously in real life, the female is more complicated, like what it does. But identifying parts isn't too bad. So the ovaries, I should have brought a little pointer. So this little thing right here, do y'all see that tiny little ball?
Mhm.
That's the ovary. You have one on both sides. I didn't uncover the fat on this one. But those are the ovaries where the eggs are. And then this right here is the ovarian tube that the egg will travel down. And then right here where it comes together is the uterus. And then this is the bladder of the female rat. Ovarian duct, uterus. Endometrium and myometrium, you can't really see, but you just learned endometrium is the inner muscle or inner lining of the uterus. And then myo is the middle, and you actually have a perimetrium on the outside. Cervix you can't really see.
Is ovarian tube the same as fallopian?
Mhm.
Oh.
It's a weird thing. Prabhakaran asked me to call it ovarian tube, but in females, because it's, I don't know, it's hard to explain. There's like a little bit of a semantics difference that I don't know. So, but these
It's
will
not
be,
even labeled on this.
should be right.
This is left horn of
Yeah, left horn and right horn.
How weird. Yeah, I don't know why I have that picture, but
So you
it's
said it's
the tube.
ovarian
But,
Yeah.
but we need to call it ovarian.
Yeah, called ovarian tube. It is like in a female, it's more commonly known as fallopian tubes. Does the same thing.
Okay, sorry, I was just
So the
confused for a
cervix
second.
you can't see on here, but a cervix, like if you were, looking like a pap smear, they open it up and you can actually see the cervix once you open up the vaginal canal. And so a vagina is actually just a canal. It's not like the whole thing like people think. So just a canal, the last part that things come out of, like babies. And that's it for the gross anatomy.
So recap.
Okay. Ovaries right here, and then ovarian tube, and then where it comes together right here, uterus, and then bladder, and then you can't really see
Where's
it, but
the bladder?
right here, this little thing
This
sticking
little
out.
thing?
Yeah, looks just like the one in the male.
The bladders are so small.
I'm sure it expands. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then endometrium is the inner lining of the uterus. Myometrium is the middle lining of the uterus,
Okay.
and that's it for the rat.
Perimetrium is outer lining.
And there's a picture on page. If you also want to look at these features on